get your feelings hurt. Read this.
Welcome to Short Film Roundup.
Hey.
This is a show where we are three filmmakers that
Hey guys.
review short films.
You're late.
Thanks for bringing the scroll.
Yep. Well, I had to.
That's the beginning. The end is
Wrong way. Okay, hold on. Short film.
we are
It's upside down.
we are
There we are.
we are filmmakers that review short films submitted by you guys.
Welcome to Short Film Roundup, the place where three cursed filmmakers review user-submitted short films.
Just
I'm Kenny.
I didn't say that part.
Hey,
I'm D.
there we go.
I'm Taylor.
Taylor, how's
This
it going?
is fantastic.
Great.
Yay.
You're glad
Man, that is freaking great.
Okay.
I'm feeling good.
Nice.
Okay.
Feeling
Well,
good, guys.
thanks.
All right,
I'm
then.
glad you're here.
I'm ready to review some short films.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Another short film.
Can't wait.
Show me,
Here,
show
it's
me, show me.
this one. That one right there. Yep.
Tyler Sundt, this guy.
Yep.
Yep. That's the one today.
Grand Tire Massacre is what it's called.
Yeah.
Go check it out. Link in the description. Watch the movie. Come back. And then, keep typing. I mean, leave a comment. Tell us what you think of the film. And then you can also disagree or agree with our points about the film also. So go do that. Join in the conversation. Have some fun. This is a video game.
Oh, and like and sub and all that.
Yep.
I can't help noticing how enthusiastic you have become about just
I love this.
Hey, let's watch the
I
movie.
love
trapped
everything
here
about
in this
this.
Watch the
void.
movie.
And
Let's
Let's go watch the movie.
fine, get it over with.
That was a long short film.
20
minutes. Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yep.
Actually, I guess the last short film we did was...
We've been getting a lot more 20-minute
A
films.
little longer.
Why don't we just do this short, like, feature film roundup?
Feature length roundup.
Mid-length roundup.
Mid-length.
There's no such category, which is so
mid-length,
funny to me.
40 through 60 minutes.
Short
Well,
or long?
some film festivals define short film as under 40 minutes, and I'm like, dude,
That's interesting.
a 40-minute movie?
I don't know. That's kind of cut off.
It's not that short.
I don't know. Yeah, like an hour isn't a
just-
short film, though.
It's just not
You
that
see,
short.
It's also not a feature.
Yeah.
Just
that's
not
the
long
thing.
either.
Yeah. What next? Who goes?
What's up? What's up? What are we doing here?
We going to talk about this film.
Let's dig in.
Let's start with Taylor.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Do it, man.
Okay, so this movie is called The Grand Tire
You
Massacre.
had to wait till the title came up.
And I wasn't a huge fan of it, ultimately. I don't know what to say about this movie.
Kenny, what do you think about this movie?
My first thoughts were trying to connect how this was somehow a advertisement for a tire dealership.
Yeah, just about.
Like it really felt like we're trying to do something to promote a tire dealership, but it never came together.
It did.
So the tire dealership thing just became way too distracting.
Yeah.
Like there were so many wink winks. This is our tire dealership that it got
Our
weird.
Tyler dealership.
Taylor dealership.
Our Tyler Sundt dealership.
So
Hey.
the one thing I enjoyed about this film is this person, the
new guy?
Dracula demon new guy,
Dracula.
whatever he is.
Interesting.
He has a Dracula look to him.
Teeth.
I think he could be used to play a genuinely creepy person.
He could be, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he was used to play a creepy person
I don't
here.
think so much either.
There was
Definitely feels pretty alien.
It was yeah, but it's just there's like 19 tones here going on at the same time. You know, like we're supposed to feel creepy, absurdly silly, scary, tension,
Well,
kind of all.
You know what I got
mixed
was,
up.
well, like the kind of ambition that I felt they were going for was ambition they're going for. Man, I have great vocabulary.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no. The kind of feel they were going for, I think, was that of like Super Troopers, where we have like
the dialogue felt that way.
yeah.
I think what was missing, which you actually do have in Super Troopers,
Yeah.
is slightly more developed characters.
Yes.
Right? So, like, I never bought into this guy, who's the main character of the story. I never liked him. He never became likable. He just sort of seemed like a pissed off, irritable guy. So you never got enough. Like, the only thing I know about this guy is that he works at a car dealership and he reads Stephen King. He goes to sleep reading Stephen King.
Right. That's all we know
about him. That's all we know about him.
Yeah.
And that he saw a movie.
Yeah. There's one thing that was hugely missed, I think, and that was, besides character development, it was just the writing in total, right? All of the writing just needs to be less concerned about making a movie and more concerned about making a character.
And less concerned about making jokes.
Yeah, the jokes were not really landing.
It was just too many jokes.
Yeah.
The rule is that every piece of dialogue should either reveal something about the character or move the plot forward.
Yeah.
And I felt like 2/3 of the written lines in this film did neither of those things.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like, hey, let's say something funny again. Let's say something funny again.
Right.
And that's actually not what a comedy is. It's not a string of funny stuff. Comedy comes from basically absurdity happening in a place that we've all connected to and feel like we're a part of.
Unless you have an absurd character, but we don't have that really here. There's no character development was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also felt that the editing was pretty jagged in the sense that people, when these characters are having conversations with each other, they pause for almost full seconds in between each line, where that just doesn't happen in real life conversation. People talk over each other all the time in real life, but everyone made sure to give their space between each line. So again, L and J cuts.
It felt very first movie.
Yeah.
You want to explain L and J cuts for people who don't know what that means?
Yeah. Let your audio run underneath the next clip, so we don't even. Yeah, exactly. L or J. Or whatever. Which way is J? Which way is L? I don't know.
J is audio first, then visual.
Yeah. The point is it makes it feel more like a natural conversation as opposed to feeling like people who are waiting for the next guy to say their line.
Yeah.
Well, and I think a lot... Well, no, I guess the editing was still... I was going to say the editing was in camera, but it wasn't in camera. That wouldn't make any sense. Because we don't have that kind of technology anymore. The sound and everything here felt like it was like almost point and shoot the whole thing. So it was like, got this clip, then got that clip, then got that clip, and then mushed them together. And that's all the editing that I felt like took place here.
Some of the footage had a nice look to it.
Sound design.
Some of it. I'm not saying it's necessarily great camera work, but the actual image itself, occasionally I'm like, oh, that actually looks pretty cool. They're like drone shot of the truck going down the street in the dark.
I gotta give props to the drone work.
Yeah,
because we
don't give props to drone work very often.
No. Really not often.
Yeah, really not often at all.
We like ruthlessly mock people for drone overuse of drone.
Yeah, and this
some of this was pretty dang good.
Felt great.
Yeah. And this is one the following the truck. Really well. It's not easy to do.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
That's assuming that was a drone.
The scene where the three of them were riding in this car was just so long.
Yeah, I was getting a little bit tired.
It was weird because the creepy dude, the new guy, he basically curses the main character, right? He taps him on the forehead and says, "You will be cursed to have a terrible dream." Right?
Right.
I'm going to make you have a terrible, scary nightmare. And then he goes into this nightmare, and we watch like a 4-minute comedy sketch. And, that's not scary at all. In which he reveals that he is completely aware that it's a dream.
Right. Which
takes away all the tension right away.
So that's what was so weird about it was when they're in this part, I kept waiting for them to cut back to the reality. Like he was doing this simultaneously or something like that. Because otherwise, I don't think he would be fully aware. Like, if this is just a dream, why would he be so lucid, And so that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about, lucid dreaming. I was like, does he know he's dreaming? Because he seems very lucid.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
and he never seemed really scared.
Yeah. That's another thing.
For a nightmare,
Yeah, he never seemed rattled. He never seemed like...
He dreamed a action comedy.
Right, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Was this even a dream, though? Or was this taking his soul to another dimension?
Well, when
because
we
they
come,
said another
well, and
dimension.
when we come back to the real world, new guy has a bandaged ear.
Yeah.
I guess he shot him in the dream, so maybe it's
shot him in the stomach in the dream.
Quasi. I don't know. Quasi real. I don't know. The story just was bizarre. I had a really hard time following what was going on.
I did too, yeah.
The reveal at the ending where he's standing on the roof of the tire shop.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to open a portal, and I'm like, what? We're ending by revealing new information.
Well, something like he said that he's going to take over the tire shop or something.
Yeah.
Take over the dealership.
Yeah, which again feels like a very inside joke kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey,
this whole thing felt that way.
These are all jokes for us and our tire buddies kind of thing.
Yeah, and maybe that's what this was.
And that's cool. That's cool. The problem is none of us share the context, so it won't be nearly as funny to us as it is to these guys.
That's a very, very big thing to take away from this, is that if filmmaker Tyler, if you're looking to have other people laugh along with you, you need to set up the jokes in here. When you need to give us the context. If it's just, hey buds, let's go make a film that's about this place.
That's what character development is. That's what that does.
Well, right? Yeah, exactly.
Because none of us share the experience of this tire place.
Yeah.
But when you develop human characters, you're tapping into context that's universal, that everyone understands. The whole idea of being a human being who's in relationships and has problems and all those kinds of things.
Right.
So you got to set up characters. I think it's really important.
Yeah.
What else?
I like the idea of the resourcefulness in this, in the sense that if this was written for a location that they knew they had, I like that you're taking advantage of what you have. And
like having aliens that eat rubber.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That is actually kind of neat.
No, I think that's cool too.
'Cause I always say when you're like making a short film that like if you're making a short film and it's like one of your earlier stuff things, what you should do is you should just go into your garage and make a list of everything in your garage and then write for
That's
that.
That's a great piece of
Well,
advice.
sure, because so many filmmakers never get they just never make anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of guys who've been walking around calling themselves filmmakers for over a decade, and they never get anything done because they have these ideas that require resources that are really hard to get, and they're chasing resources for a decade.
Yeah.
And these guys just made a movie.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
That I respect completely, absolutely.
Regardless if it's a mess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like we said,
that's a universal thing,
Yeah,
I really don't know if this was meant for any kind of bigger audience. I guess that would be my first question. Is
this an inside joke?
Yeah.
Or are we all supposed to get the humor in this?
Right.
I wonder if this is like a workplace film. Like they all work there, and the coworkers will make a movie.
For example, when he wakes up, when he's in his dream, when he comes to and he's in this cab of a truck, riding with two other people, he recognizes them and begins talking to them like they're old friends, but we have no context of them at all, and it feels really weird. Yeah. And they're making these jokes together about, he's all like, yeah, bearded beauty, I got a beard and I'm cool. And I'm like, I don't care about this person. I don't know who he is. I have no reason to assume they're friends, you know? So it actually just felt really weird.
Yeah.
Whereas if we had cut this scene in half in length and introduced these characters in the real world, had them show up at the tire place or something, so we used that time to develop who they are in his real life. Now it means something when we see them in a completely different setting.
Right. Even if it was just them bumping into each other and saying, hey, again,
Yeah. It didn't have to be long.
Yeah, that's true. I would have liked to see those two characters in the real world bumping cameras. Real world.
You hate my camera.
That
was uncalled for, man.
Got a problem with that?
That was uncalled for.
I'll do whatever I want.
Guys.
I don't care.
Focus.
I'll do anything.
We got a movie to review here. Come on.
I'm a bird.
Don't get triggered. Don't get triggered.
What else to say? Steadicam work in the beginning was insane.
I don't think that was Steadicam.
What was it?
I think it was
Dolly?
IBS or IPS.
Was it a jib?
You think it was irritable bowel syndrome?
What?
Because they're like.
No, it looked a lot to me.
It looked like in-body stabilization.
No, it looked to me like that handheld Mojo, whatever they call it.
Osmo.
The Osmo.
It definitely had some.
It looked like Osmo.
Because there's a mixture of in-body stabilization.
Right there.
Oh, no, there is both going on.
Look, right there. Yeah, right
there. These little jumps.
But I think they have some sort of...
But the way it's gliding, that looks like Osmo.
They have something.
Did you use an Osmo?
Especially...
I think it's in-body.
No, look, go back and look at the shot where...
I think it's in-body.
Look at the shot.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a spot-on impression, dude.
That's good. Yeah,
I spent a lot of time around you.
That's really good.
The shot where
this is my D.
The camera cranes and jibs down around the truck and then reveals the guy. Yeah, this shot.
Yeah.
Watch that. Look for a reflection. Look for a reflection.
Yeah,
we're going to see it.
And jump cut.
They had a lot of jump cuts in here. I thought that was interesting.
See, look at that. That's got to be a crane. I mean, jib. I mean.
It's an Osmo.
Osmo. I mean, Steadicam. I mean, Movi.
See his glasses.
I mean, Ronin.
Oh, there he is. He's there in the glasses.
I mean, drone.
Magnify 200 times. Computer, enhance.
I like how it like cuts in there.
Yeah, a couple of those.
Oh, there it is. There's a shadow of it. I think that is an Osmo. I think you're right.
We found a shadow of the camera.
We're all like really happy about it.
I always get excited.
Okay, so on the red car here.
Ready?
Where?
On the left.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Wait.
D's lying to us. D forgot his glasses at home today.
Yeah, D's not wearing his glasses. Do we really trust his opinion? Here we go.
I don't see it.
So we're watching the car.
Right there.
Whoa.
Oh, you know why? It's because it's cut off on there, but I can see it on my laptop.
Oh.
There's a little box here. So it looks like he may be holding something else that's holding that.
Okay. I trust you, D.
You just said you don't.
No,
I've never trusted you, D.
Fair.
Okay, what else?
Okay, so this is definitely T-pose. This is a movie where we've talked about this before. I think the biggest problem is actually being too close to your own content.
Yep.
I mean, we could pick apart a lot of problems, but I think they all stem from this one. I think that's the core problem, is that you have a lot of context for this story inside your head that is not on the screen here. The jokes all feel like they're inside jokes, that we're missing information to really get it.
Right.
The characters all feel like that you have insider information that we don't have. And the whole story feels like you have insider information that we don't have.
And the actors, I feel like, are all part of this little circle because they are not actors.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're all very much just friends that you probably used.
Yeah. But actually, I wonder. I don't know.
Yeah?
I don't know.
You think it was casted?
I don't know. That might be going a little too far. But I do feel like these guys were a little bit better than I would expect from a completely non-actor cast. Like, maybe that was just for their enthusiasm for playing along. But there were a few times where I'm just like, they're not that bad.
They felt as bad as an actor can be.
but pretty good for a not actor.
Wait a second.
No, I wouldn't even say that. Like
I don't know. I've seen a lot worse.
I've used people.
I didn't feel that way.
I've used people who are comfortable in front of the camera to act, and I've used people who are uncomfortable, and I saw both types in this.
Yeah,
you know,
I felt like main character guy. I felt like a new guy, and I felt like the other guy who worked behind the counter.
Yeah,
all seemed pretty comfortable on camera.
Yeah,
and with their lines.
Mostly the girl was not.
She kept smiling at like totally wrong times.
She would say the wrong, like she would mess up a line.
Yeah,
and it was weird.
Tighter editing.
Tighter movie. This movie should have been 6 minutes.
Yeah,
you know.
Trim off not even like just the fat, but like specifically trim off the edge of your clips where there's nothing happening, because there's a lot of times in here where we linger on a shot after the purpose of the shot is served for a second.
Yeah.
But that second really does matter.
Also, there's several sort of like sound jumps where we go from one degree of ambient tone to another, or from no ambient tone to ambient tone really quickly.
Yeah.
So you really need to get like some room tone. Record room tone yourself, or get your own ambient sound just from stock to run under everything and sort of smooth things out.
Some of that I felt was pretty good.
Some of it was, but there were some gaps where there was
definitely gaps like that. Yeah. And I really want to know.
I like his face there. Both of
those are good eyes.
Actually,
I really want to know what filmmaker Tyler, what your experience is with filmmaking, like how you came to make this.
I'd be surprised if this were a first film. If it is, it's really ambitious.
Yeah,
and
it's
actually
really big. Yeah. Multiple locations.
Yeah,
and scenes.
like pulled together.
Yeah.
I want to get back to this idea of being too close to the content.
Yeah.
And was wondered if we could each sort of throw in some quick fixes for next film.
Nope.
To make sure doesn't happen again.
I'm out.
Taking your rough and showing it to people.
Rough what?
Your rough cut.
I would go back even further and say your rough draft.
Or your rough draft.
Your script. Rough
cut and then reshoots.
I highly recommend a table read with an audience, even if it's just like your family or buddies.
Definitely just that.
Because you get, and again, we've said this before, not to get them to give you advice on how to fix your movie, but just to gauge if they get it.
Yeah.
If people come forward and go, I didn't get this, that's really important.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Having it in front of people who are not part of the same circle is probably the best thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Submit it to Short Film Roundup.
And then remake it?
Yeah.
And then remake the whole film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Collaborate with people who aren't intimately close to the story. Bring in some fresh eyes and get people to help you see the things that you're actually seeing in your head and no one else is.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a close group of friends all working on something together, you're real in danger of that problem.
Always.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
All right.
Any other questions?
I have a question. What is your ambition as a filmmaker? Is this something that you do just for fun as a hobby, or is it something that you want to pursue as a career in the future? Let me know. I'm very curious.
And I want to know a little bit more of the story you're trying to tell. Could you describe what kind of being the new guy is? Is he an interdimensional being? Is he a vampire? Is he an alien? And what's he doing in this tire shop?
Do you have any other films, newer or otherwise? I'd love to see how you grow as a filmmaker. Please submit another one.
Yeah, what's next, too?
Yeah, what's on the docket?
Tell us what you're working on. Thank you very much for sharing the Grand Tire Massacre
I like that title.
Us. That is a good title, yeah. The Grand Tire Massacre. And we hope to see more of your work here on Short Film Roundup in the future.
Yes, sir.
Thanks again.
If you're not Tyler and you want to submit a film to us, you can do so. We have a form in the description. Click on it. You will fill it out, and then you'll have to agree to a bunch of legal stuff.
Yep.
And then we'll watch it.
Legal stuff like, it's cool if you use clips on the show.
Yes.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
And we can sue you.
Yeah. And to all fans of the program, please stay tuned all the way through to the end of the year, because on January 1st, we are having the first annual Short Film Roundup Award Show.
What? Dang, that's comes absurd. With laurels and everything, son.
Oh yeah, there's prizes. I mean,
cash prizes.
Hold on. Winners will get laurels.
There's no cash prizes.
Digital laurels.
We are, in fact, trapped in a void held prisoner by an evil demon who we all hate and despise.
That's absolutely not true. I'm not trying to speak for you guys, so why are you trying to speak for me?
Shut up.
Payment is fine.
Okay, the point is, we can't send you any kind of prize from a void.
But we can email you.
But we can email you a really cool, unique laurel for the winners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, payment sucks.
Payment sucks.
Thank you for watching Short Film Roundup. We'll see you next time.